Hey guys, Type here bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Nexus. Playing today, spawning on the left we have Markov playing as OKW straight away, going for special operations. He's offensive. On the right we have Spaget Man playing as Soviets, who has airborne troops, guard motor, coordination, and lend lease. In terms of rankings here, Markov rank 15 as OKW, and Spaget around rank 50 as Soviets. So a little bit of an unusual move here from Spaget, trying to push up into the north of Nexus. You don't see this too often from the player on the right hand side. And doesn't seem to be going too well for him here. Looks like he's gonna send some more troops up here though, undeterred from that lack of success. Do have some more Volkskriegs coming in as well. Ultimately, like, the reason why you don't see too many players from the right pushing up into here is, you know, there's this building here, this cover here. Kind of favours the player on the left hand side, but managing to kind of set up these 2-on-1 scenarios with the conscripts and ultimately winning out. Nicely done. So he's just got a few more boots on the ground now with the arrival of that extra combat engineer doing some capping on the other side of the map. Looks like Markov gonna head off in that direction here. A little bit unusual, I think, not to see Spaget try to put some sandbags down on the fuel while he's capping here. That way you can kind of, like, you know, sit here, get your fuel going in, and if they do jump into this building, it's not quite such a big deal. Looks like Markov coming up into the north full force. Getting some sandbags down on the fuel, just charging straight over the fuel point as well. Doesn't look like it's going to go too well for him here though. Have to fight against conscripts and the combat engineers. Soft retreating back to the light cover here. But yes, this play does not end up working out well for Markov. You know, would have been much better just capping up some back territory instead of charging onto the fuel like this. Okay, Spaget going to get some sandbags down on the VP at least. Going for a full wrap around here. On the retreat now. A bit of body blocking. This could be dangerous. Markov coming in for it. You can see he's trying to bunch the squad up in front of the conscripts. Doing a pretty reasonable job of it. Oh, there we go. That's a perfect body block. They break free there. It's going to be close. But they do not get away. Nicely executed there by Markov. So he's hurting in terms of territory control quite badly. Very, very poor. Almost no resources so far, but picking up the wipe there. Close call on his folks, but they do get away. And quick to jump onto the cutoff, get some sandbags down there as well, and doing some back capping. Interesting, putting sandbags up on the fuel himself. Interesting positioning on those as well. But yeah, this high resource game should play well for Spaget though. With the double combat engineer, still hasn't got any ticking down at all. He's also locked into guard motor coordination, so I imagine trying to field some guards here, which is why he's got so many resources floating, but not quite there in terms of command points yet. More sandbags down from Markov as well. Shoe line down there as well. Oof, this flamer doing some big damage. Earlier retreat though, once again worried about getting wiped on retreat. Maybe could have hung around for like 1 or 2 more flame bursts, especially given that they were in cover, would have done a lot of damage, but doesn't want to take that risk, and that is a fair decision. Sandbags up from Markov as well. So he's bagging like crazy all across the map. Definitely seems to be a lot more sandbags from Markov than from Spaget. Okay, putting down the tier 2 tech now.
Enemy forces are capturing our
Line
supplies.
goes off. And onto the cutoff. Looks like he's going to do some back capping with that squad anyway before retreating. It's a fair decision. But you do remember building your tech structures do give you a little bit of experience. You can see it there. Speeds your command point clock. So, you know, if you are trying to get like a guard stall going or something, you've still got like plenty of resources. Going for your tech can help you speed up those command points and get those calling units a tiny bit earlier. And has been applied to some other factions as well. I think USS officers, if you tech those, they give you about a third of a command point. Kind of similar for Brits as well. I think their tech also gives them some experience.
We are losing territory.
And mine there. Oh, on the retreat after that. Interesting. Sandbags now up for Spaget, full force in the north there. Battle group for Markov. Went for medics. Oh no, went for the flak half track. Med crates. Is something that is quite often a mistake from beginner players. You know, they're like, oh, I'm going battle group. I'm never going to get med crates because I've got battle group. But don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to put down 1 or 2 sets of med crates. If it's going to help you get your light vehicle out faster or something like that. Or just as a stopgap measure, like even before the battle group comes up, you may need some healing. Because it can make you so much stronger in a fight, having your troops at full health. Sweeper out now for the stern post. Doesn't want that flak half track running over a mine. We have seen 1 so far. Guards are in a reasonable position. Flak half track shooting at the combat engineers here. A little bit slow to open up. A couple PTRS shots in. Pops the button. Smoke though. Do have attack ground on the PTRSs nowadays. And connecting. And here comes the T-70 flak half track in some deep trouble here. No Fausting squads nearby, which is a cardinal sin when it comes to flak half track usage. Trying to get away. Here comes the T-70. It's going to be close. It's chasing in. Here comes the Raketin. Oh, connection. T-70 going to continue the chase. Raketin doesn't quite get the second shot off. Abandoned in the base. The flak gun actually destroys the abandoned flak half track, and the Raketin finishes off the T-70.
Target captured. No enemy contact. Infantry attacking us.
Yeah, it did connect. Either way, both players lost their light vehicle. Probably more punishing for Spaget, since T-70's a larger fuel investment. But man, dealing with the flak half track can be a real headache. So, you know, I'd be reasonably happy about that. Has fielded himself a second squad of guards now. Probably ordinarily if you're still up against flak half track, you want the Zis instead. But second squad of guards going to give them a lot more firepower in the anti-infantry battles. Markov meanwhile going for the machine gun, a pretty good counter to guards ordinarily. Markov also with quite a lot of munitions at this stage. Probably should have like two STGs upgrading at the moment. Another T-70 for Spaget. Wow, okay. Interesting. Currently hurting a bit for territory control. Cast a grenade out. Second combat engineer down here though. Ooh, that's a lot of damage from the Sturmies. It's gonna be a close one. The Sturmpires are there too. Got their better accuracy, I believe. Makes them quite potent. Engineers do end up winning though. But Spaget, look at his territory control. Terrible at the moment. Markov in a really nice position to get his tech going. Markov maybe could have chased for the wipe there, but almost certainly would have meant the loss of his Volksgrenadiers. Raketins, oh, is retreating. Scrambling to the base. One more model. Our squad comes around the corner. Decides to disengage. Close call there. Does get away. A whole bunch of troops coming in to make sure it can retreat safely here. And with combat engineers back at base, so repairs on that are going to come in quite slowly. Does give Markov some breathing room to put down his tech, which you probably do want to put somewhere on the front line. Usually I'd say covering this cutoff gives you a bit of a safe haven against the T-70. One STG squad complete. Another one upgrading. A little bit of a late retreat here. Guards need to switch their focus fire. They're throwing a grenade. Spinning around. Oh no. Oh, the PTRS. Finishing the job there. So squad down for Markov. Yeah, retreat on the guards again. They weren't suppressed. Well, it might have been a misclick from Spaget. T-70 going to work and Markov saying GG. What?
Mission accomplished. Volksgrenadiers back to full strength.
What?
Command half-track has been permanently established as a static post.
I don't really understand. Also, I don't really understand. He's going for a second machine gun here. As he's, you know, could have gone for a squad of Ogres instead, which I'd say I would favour. Markov still with a good chunk of territory control here. Strange GG call, but I don't really understand. The Zis coming out for Spaget. Have to expect this. It's quite far behind on fuel, having gone for the second T-70, and as well probably just having worse territory control up to this point, so need an answer to the opponent's eventual medium tank. You can see Markov about 30 fuel away from a Panzer IV. Kitten does get one shot off as T-70 gets around the corner. T-70 trying to milk some damage here. The MG there though, and that's a full retreat from Spaget. Oh, Markov also retreating from the north. Pushing onto the cutoff here. Flamethrower and a conscript though. T-70 rotating, so is the Raketin though, nicely done by Markov. Misses that first shot, a lucky break for the T-70, because a second shot would have come through there, very easily could have gone down there. Late retreat, Volksgrenadiers down for Markov. Oh, that was a big blunder. Oh, that's bad. Spaget going for a second anti-tank gun now. See, still hasn't got his tier 4 tech down, so quite far behind in the fuel department. And Markov is indeed going to go for the Panzer IV. Do have to kind of go for the Panzer IV, you know, just one for the command pad. That doesn't really help you that much. It just doesn't have nearly enough anti-infantry DPS against Soviets. especially. Back base here, covering the cutoff. Not sure if Spaget's spotted this yet. Definitely has now. King Tiger min 16. He's trying to say he's getting a King Tiger out. He hasn't even got his mechanized base down. Maybe these two have a bit of a trash talking relationship. Here comes the Panzer IV though. AAT guns poised like they maybe want to take out this OKW flak base here. Bad position for the Panzer IV to reveal itself though. 2 shots, one of them connecting. Panzer IV backs away. A little bit slow to back away though with that Panzer IV Markov. And this is where maybe the MGs, you know, they're strong, suppressing the guards, allowing some good territory control, but a little bit more vulnerable to these Zis barrages. Oh boy. And down goes the Raketen. And there goes the machine gun. So Markov in some trouble here, activating the incendiary rounds, and the double Zis going to work on the decrewed support weapons. Yeah, they all go. Getting a shot on, trying to hide behind the shot blockers. But the guards, ooh, gets the suppression in the nick of time. Finally, some infantry comes to support for Markov, but he's got almost nothing left. After losing, you know, that Volksgrenadier on the cutoff just before. Now both a machine gun and Raketen. He's in some big trouble there. That's the strength of the Zis barrage. Very good at clearing out those support weapons like that. Especially like double Zis barrage. Which is why, you know, I thought it was a little bit strange Markov going for the second machine gun when he could have had the Obers. It's also very good to get the Obers as early as you can. So you're not up against like Vet 3 guards by the time the Obers hit the battlefield. Which gives them, you know, really hard time. And also delays that power spike when the Obers hit Vet 2, makes them so much more damaging. But he has gone for the Obers now. Panzer IV just about to be completed on the repairs. Still no tier 4 down for Spaget though. I suppose he also went for an extra squad of guards. Infantry support gun now out for Markov. He needs probably another Raketen, I would say. Gonna get the Faust off here. No, doesn't quite get in range. A little bit unlucky. Treating the machine gun, gets away. Panzer IV coming to the bottom. But yeah, I'd say a little bit strange for us to delay his tier 4 here. Yet another squad of guards.
Support gun deployed. Crew ready for orders.
I suppose he's only got one squad of conscripts now. Did he just merge his conscript into a guard and lose? I thought he had 2 just before. Well, maybe not then. Am I going crazy? I thought he had 2 conscripts just like a minute ago. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I suppose if he's super low on conscripts, getting tier 4 down earlier doesn't really matter too much. Doesn't have many squads to upgrade with the mobilized reserves. And guards, you know, they can replace conscripts pretty effectively because you don't really lose out on the snares since they also have access to the button once you upgraded them with the DPs. So, you know, we're replacing Volksgrenadiers with Obers just entirely, or Fallschirmjäger can often get you in trouble. Not really the case with guards. Since they maintain that little bit of anti-tank damage. Panzer 4 connecting. Raketin coming in now for Markov. Second shot off actually, nicely done. But you do need the Raketin, because your Panzer 4 can't always be in position to fend off the T-70. Sometimes it might be on the other side of the map battling against the Soviet infantry.
Tank battery is ready for deployment.
Okay, flares up from Markov, spotting. Maybe can allow the ISG to get some damage done here. He's starting a barrage up maybe on one of these AT guns. Oh, going after the repairing combat engineers. Oh, here we go. This is the snare on the T-70. Hope is going down fast though. PTRS connects. Spaget stops from maximum DPS. From the T-70, very, very close call. Here comes the T-34-85 now. Markov with quite a lot of resources. Looks like he's going for the mechanized truck next, which is an unusual decision. Maybe he does want to get the King Tiger out. Here comes Spaget just charging in on the tech structure. We've got the Raketin here, as well as the Panzer 4. This spins around. Panzer 4 takes some damage. Guards coming in, looking to pressure the Raketin. But does manage to force away the Panzer T-34 rather for the moment. Doubles this, clearing out the machine gun again. And 85 coming in. Finishing off the decrewed weapon. Now the ISG's in some trouble here. Raketin lining up. A little bit of repairs on the 85 though. So if the Raketin does connect again, it's not going to go down. Very, very close call there though for Spaget. Nearly lost his T-34 there. But once again, the double Zis barrage showing its strength there. Clearing out the machine gun and then following up with the kill on the decrewed weapon. It's the Soviet cheese. Who needs a GG Mora? Got the GG double Zis combo. Button activated. Filtration grenades on the double Zis. Ooh. Very close call. Looks like one of them's going to go down here. Raketin a little bit slow pushing in here from Markov, but here it comes now. T-70 has to stay on its bicycle. Panzer 4 blitzing in. Attack round though, missing, and the 85's back, not quite at full strength. He actually goes for the steal on the Zis here. Raketin in position. Zis gets decrewed though quite quickly. Panzer 4 maybe backs away a tiny bit too far here. Staying out of range, now focusing on the decrewed Zis, but misses its first shot. Raketin connecting with the T-70. Zis barrage looking to clear out the Raketin. Over's trying to stay in here. Oh, but he goes for the recrew. Blenkorper. Not quite dead yet. One more attack rounds. Gets the decrew, but now behind the smoke. Maybe can attack round it again. Yes, there we go. Gets kind of lucky on the scatter. There goes the T-70. Raketin finishing the job there. Over's very, very close to going down, but looks like they're going to get away. Will the Raketin be so lucky? Yes, it will. Instant rebuild on the Zis for Spaget. Even though this is going to probably slow down his next tank, going for this Zis again. And it looks like Markov is maybe trying to save for the King Tiger. Hasn't gone for another tank at this stage. And Spaget's still down on the VPs in spite of having a strong period. You know, the triple guards, double Zis, allowing him quite a lot of territory control. P5 out back for repairs. Close call though. thought it was maybe a tiny bit greedy trying to go for the steal on the Zis. Almost backfired on Markov there. But he hangs on. The trash grenades over the fence here. Guards. Well-timed retreat.
Supply sector under attack.
Equals 85. Rakitten a little bit out of position. Here comes the Panzer IV now though. Nice bounce. Is this a little bit further back here? 85 spinning around. Guard's getting quite low actually. Panzer IV maybe could get the wipe. He's going to chase a little bit further. This spins around. Doesn't get the kill. Close call though. No Shrek on the Sternpires yet. So they can't really contribute in this fight. Ober's going to work on the Zis. Peppering away, but very, very durable with 6 men. Hard to decrew here. And that's a big shot on the Panzer IV. Popping blitz to get away safely there. And the guards force away the Obers. Second Zis up here now as well.
Grenadiers operational.
And here comes the big boy. This is what Markov's been saving for. Can this turn things around for him? The King Tiger is maybe somewhat susceptible to the double Zis. Though it does have pretty sturdy armor. And very good though, just like bashing through the infantry. These guards are going to have to be on on their bike quite often when they see it coming. But certainly Soviets can handle this kind of scenario a lot better than maybe USF can. With the 6 model squads, much more durable Zis compared to the M1. Vehicle activated, but the King Tiger's armor stands up to the punishment. And it looks like he did manage to cancel the T-34-85 just in the nick of time actually. That was a close call. Switches over to the S-285, so that makes it a lot easier for Spaget. Or maybe an overcommittal though from the 85. King Tiger, one more shot. Not quite enough health damage. Oh, but the Rakitten from the side! Well done there by Markov. He picks off the T-34. Ober's now at Vet 2, so they are able to beat those guards. Team missing. Was this looking for another angle? He has shot down the recon plane from the Mark vehicle. That was this lining up now. Guards with the button. Uh-oh. Double AT guns. This was a little bit greedy from Markov. Very close call, but the KT does get away. Here comes the S-285. We've got the Rakitten nearby. Is the S-285 going to charge in for it? Rakitten connecting once. S-285 still charging forwards. Vet 2 on the Rakitten, so it's got really good rate of fire here. Double Zis barrage on it. Getting Spaget out of trouble yet again. And now going to work on the tech truck. We've got the Panzer IV going to go for a wraparound, maybe a bit of a flank, but the conscripts, we're going to see it going for that flank. A lot of repairs coming through. Spins around with all the anti-tank. Panzer IV with the blitz though, maybe can get around the side. There goes the S-285. Panzer IV in some trouble. The guards can finish the job, or maybe even the conscripts. No AT grenades actually still from the conscripts. Guards with the PTRS do finish off the Panzer IV, but it's a reasonable trade overall. Taking down the S-285, no more threat on the tech truck because of that. Be interesting to see what Markov goes for next. Could be another squad of ogres. Can be very handy against all of these guards. Doesn't quite have enough munitions for the LMG at this stage. KT coming into the north. Just trying to fire 2 on 1 here. Ooh, it was a tiny bit late on the retreat. Risky one. KT very close to Vet 1. That's when it gets access to the Spearhead, and that's when it becomes really hard to deal with the bonus sight from Spearhead with the suppression. It is a real handful.
We now stand at 300 points.
Might get spotted by this crawler here. KT gun spin around. Guards. Okay, gonna take cover maybe. Double Zis lining up. Pretty well vetted on these Zis. So good rate of fire on them now. Oof. KT though gets a good hit. Backs away. Markov with a lot of resources floating at this stage. KT coming back in. Maybe this is a tiny bit greedy. Gets another hit. Has to disengage from the VP, and T-3485 going to be the choice for Spaget. Not going to go for another SU-85. Oh, walking Stuka actually from Markov. Was not expecting that. Good damage here from the T-34. Bit of blocking as well. Maximizing the chance of a good main gun hit. Could have got decrewed there potentially. But yeah, don't see walking Stukas too often in 1v1. Can be pretty effective, but they do open you up to potential hazards by not having like another unit battling on the front line. You know, could quite easily get overwhelmed. And if your first like 3 barrages don't really connect effectively, you can often fall too far behind to come back. Big risk. Typically easier to dodge in 1v1 as well, because a much better idea of what they're going to be targeting at all times. Don't have multiple players that are potentially getting shot at. Big shot from 85 there. T-34 chasing in. But because he's chasing in, doubles this. Ooh! Take a hammering late on the dodge. And there goes that squad. KT pouncing behind this. Takes out one of the Zis. But yeah, guards and one Zis down. Big damage from that walking Stuka. 10 kills just like that. KT on the charge now. Try and take advantage of the double Zis getting forced away. Oh, it goes for the steal on the Zis, in fact. Okay, that's a pretty good idea. Ooh, big shot from the 85 though. Raketen extremely low. KT spinning around. Zis is back on the front lines now. Raketen actually gets decrewed. Loses all its veterancy. Oh, and the Ober's late retreats. T-3485 finishes the job, and they drop the LMG. Do the guards have a weapon slot free, which they could pick that up with? KT in some trouble now. Zis unable to get away. KT just needs one more shot though. Pops the marked vehicle. KT needs to stop for this last hit, and he does. There goes the T-34. Conscripts don't have the anti-tank grenades, remember, so they can't ooh-ah in. Go for the snare, goes for the steal on the Raketen. Zis pushing back up. King Tiger stops the steal, but because it's 7-man conscripts, able to go for that regather again. But once again, the King Tiger getting the nasty hits in here. Stops that once again. Oh my god, this King Tiger's going off. So many good hits from it, and destroys that. The Raketen was a little bit further away. Marked vehicle plane is still up in the air though, spotting for the Zis. Fires off a couple shots. Markov Maybe trying to go for the regather on the Zis, but Volksgrenadiers don't quite arrive in time. He's going to try to replace his losses with some more. Volksgrenadiers still has these stern pies for repairs, so that King Tiger going to get repaired up quite nicely. Spaget though still with a little bit more infantry. Now with the replacement T-34-85 also has this Hogesoldaten LMG here, potentially for the recrew. Could pick that up with the combat engineer. Make them quite strong, especially up against Volksgrenadiers with no weapon upgrades. No, it looks like Markov's switching over to Obers. Obers and another squad of Volksgrenadiers. Triple cap against Markov while he's off the field. Does have the flares ready to rumble, but it looks like he's delaying his walking Stuka attack until maybe a little bit more is going on. No, going full Obers. Just doesn't want Volksgrenadiers at all. I think that's maybe a little bit of a mistake. And the snares is just such an asset, especially when you're trying to defend a King Tiger against flanks and stuff. Oh, what is this from Markov? Just throwing away a squad here. He'll be very lucky to escape. It's not very lucky. KT going to the south. Connection there. Oh, bit 2 now. 30 kills already. That thing has been going to work. Spotted that mine going down, but doesn't have time to do anything about it. IR STG's actually from Markov. Very close to that mine. Oh, that could have been the end of the Obers. Spaget still in control. Does manage to sneak down yet another mine. Don't know if Markov spotted that or not.
The enemy is reduced to 200 points.
Don't think he's activated Spearhead yet. Doesn't have any Rakitans guarding the King Tiger either, so playing like this is very, very risky for Markov. Ooh, nasty hit. Pops the button here. Gives a bit of time for the Zis to blast away. Double Zis now. KT decides to disengage. Here comes the walking Stuka. Double Zis on the dodge. Good split here. Markov going for a interesting angle on that walking Stuka, grazing that, but connecting on the combat engineer. Almost vet 1, just a pixel. Not even a pixel of vet away from that. Another Panzer IV for Markov. Alright. I don't know if I don't think this is a terribly good idea, honestly. But we'll see how it goes. Already up against double Zis. T-34-85 and a lot of guards. I favour a bit more infantry, but he has got all the IR STGs. I think I also maybe favour the LMGs, but I suppose there are a reasonable number of craters down now for the IR STGs. Button, King Tiger in a little bit of trouble. T-34 trying to get the flank cooking. Oh, but a bit of blocking here. T-34. Tiger's turret though is so slow, so clumsy. Gets the kill though.
We have lost one of our armored vehicles.
This is coming in. One more shot maybe. He's vetted up. Yes! And because of the marked vehicle, the bonus damage, that's enough to kill the King Tiger. Lost the LMG combat engineers though. Panzer IV coming in behind this, but double Zis lining up. Okay, he's going to try circle around the AAT guns, but this is a very risky move to make. We've got supporting infantry there with the button. Here we go, another button. Panzer IV going to go down here. Walking Stuka coming in, but it's a tiny bit too late.
of our AT guns has been
decrew there. He's stuck, but he's buttoned. That's what it was. So massive throw there from Markov. Like attempting a circle strafe like that on AT guns without a machine gun, without the pintle upgrade on your Panzer IV, I feel like that's a massive mistake. And doubly so against Soviets. With the 6-man weapon crews, they just take so long to decrew. That is just almost never a winning play unless you have like infantry coming forwards to really pressure them away. Unless they have like no snaring squads nearby at all. Yeah, needed that walking Stuka ready to fire. Maybe about 5 seconds faster than it did there. So yeah, a bit of a throw there from Markov with that Panzer IV. Also, you know, we did see Markov taking risks, you know, driving around with that King Tiger slightly above half health. Does open you up to losing it like he did. And he throws in the towel. Probably understandable given his situation. So yeah, a lot of twists and turns to this match. But I don't know, a few build order decisions from Markov that I don't really agree with overall this match. And yeah, ultimately paying the price with this King Tiger over here. But yeah, that's the risk you take if you're not fully stocked up on your King Tiger full health. It is much easier to lose it. I know it sounds obvious, but it's true. So, you know, if you're trying to like eke out a little bit more damage here coming in, trying to squeeze a tiny bit more territory control, you can end up losing your tank because of it, especially when you're up against Vet 3s this like that with the Mark vehicle activated. Well, anyway, guys, wrapping that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you off the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.